I mean, I could go into a whole story because I understand it, I think, better than most. But the Kurds were going to fight the Iraqis about a year and a half ago, remember? And everybody said, we have to fight with the Kurds, we have to fight. I said, well, wait a minute, we just spent $4 trillion on Iraq. Now, we're going to fight with the Kurds against Iraq. I'm not going to do it. This was in a different part of Syria. Totally different. They said, well, the Kurds are going to fight and they're going to fight. It's going to be a horrible war. Well, I said, so we just spent $4 trillion fighting with Iraq, which, by the way, was the single worst mistake this country has ever made going into the Middle East. Okay? We're in there now for $8 trillion, thousands of our lives, and millions of lives on the other side, by the way. Millions. You're talking about millions and millions of lives. But I said, we're going to stand by. We're not going to choose sides. They'll have to go at it. Let's see what happens. The Kurds left. They left. And there was very little combat. And it was a great decision. We could have stayed and fought, fight the people that we've been fighting for, whether right or wrong. And we left and we watched and nothing happened. And people forget, most people don't even know what I'm talking about because it was a year and a half ago. And even at the time. And nobody got credit for that correct decision. And now I'm sort of an island of one. Remember this. When Iraq was fighting the Kurds, everybody thought we were going to fight with the Kurds. I said, well, it's a little strange that we're fighting with the Kurds when we just spent $4 trillion on Iraq, and now we're going to be fighting Iraq. So what I did is I said, we're not going to take a position. Let them fight themselves. I thought the Kurds would do very well. Everyone said, oh, the Kurds will do very well. Well, Iraq moved in and the Kurds left. They didn't fight because they didn't have us to fight with. A lot of people are good when they fight with us. You know, when you have $10 billion worth of airplanes shooting 10 miles in front of your line, it's much easier to fight. But with that,